folks some time to get set up. This page is not for everyone. What's up, Sanders? We got Facebook tag on here. This is a confirmation of what we've been showing y'all for years. And I thought it was a motherfucking dream. I really thought that I was losing my mind. You know, I'm sharing people some stuff that I was born into. And I'm thinking I'm going crazy, man. Like, really. Let me just start this dialogue with you. Put on my phone. Where's my other phone at? Golly. Alright, my fault. I had to answer something real quick. My fault, family. Sorry to waste your time. Try to get some folks on here. Hopefully, someone will watch it. Uh, Give a few people to catch up. It's actually it's kind of to answer people's page. People to catch up. So nobody's views on Facebook yet. What the hell? It's actually it's kind of to answer people's. All right. Now I can see what y'all see without all the noise. All right, here you go. I'm definitely looking at what y'all looking at now. Caution at your own risk. And literally at your own risk, because this is going to open your eyes up to some things. YouTube, if you go on YouTube, you can see it more clearly, guys. If you get another phone or another piece, go on YouTube on the Hosea Bay, you'll see it live, get a better picture. Or y'all can get it on, not YouTube, Facebook, Hosea Bay. Or to get the full focus of it, say like this, go to my YouTube channel, Clear Ink XL. Instead of using the C for clear, using XLEAR. And ink, instead of INC, use the X. So in Clear Ink, take the C off in the beginning and use an X, and take the C out at the end and use an X. And use an X. Okay. So we got that. So you want to get the entirety of it. The purpose of this video is to confirm what we've been sharing with you guys for years and every day, and my life experience of me on this journey is these visions in my own mind, or these visions been interjected in my subconscious without my permission. Is these visions or these dreams been influences from my childhood, from other people? Is the influences from what I learned in school or on the streets? Is these influences things that are just not mine? If that makes sense. Is this, what is this about? What do it have to do with my personal decisions, my heart, my will, when it comes to my existence? Because these are personal questions that I ask myself. I don't know about you. I really don't. I don't know about you. But for myself, a man such as myself, where do I fit in all this? And I don't have no more fucking blunts. Shit. That's some bullshit. Oh. I can't smoke. I'm on tops. I ain't got no blunts. That's not good. Nonetheless, we're going to go through a series of YouTube videos. We'll go through a series of my old YouTube videos. We're going to go through some photos. And then we're going to go into some actual history of modern history, current dates, and other people has confirmed what we've been talking about. And like, this spiritual warfare is real. No, this spiritual warfare is not a fairy tale. Get your pens and paper ready. You about to learn you something. Facts. You about to learn you something, man. You gonna be like, wow. Cause I'm at all myself. I'm at all myself. Hold on, I get me at the butt. Some motherfucker. Hold on. bro. This is my damn time. No blizzard in that. Where that come from? It just I had to just go ahead and start the video before I forget. Well, not forget, but once the frequency gets going, I gotta start it, and eventually it'll start catching up. And I know ain't no blunt in this coop here. Nope. That's what I was looking for, my light. This little light, here we go. All right. Now we're doing something. All right, here we go. Sheesh. All right, here we go. Got some more fucking light. Shit. It got dark in this motherfucker for a minute. Alrighty. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for waking us up. We ask for your guidance and your protection. We ask that you protect us as we go to and fro our destination. We ask you protect our families as they go to and fro their destination. Let your will be done in our hearts. Ask for permission to go to, we ask for permission to talk to your children. We ask for permission to mention your name. We ask for access to Mother Earth and wisdom, and give us the divine knowledge, divine mind. Give us the spiritual mind, spiritual ears, spiritual awareness, and the spiritual comprehension that we may be able to process this, Father. Give us the energy and the frequency to be able to process this. Give us the show us this path that you want us to take. Help us to come as one voice, one family, according to your divine purpose, your divine will. By the power of the Holy Spirit I come, and to the prophets before me and after me, we say thank you. And to all of you who are watching this, who may watch this, we say blessed and welcome. And when you see something that applies to you, you may want to investigate it, research it, and then get to it. Selah. Caution, fall at your own risk. This page is not for everyone. Let's go find out why. Now, we'll minimize that. Boom. We're going to minimize this. Boom. See him here. Let me get him down here for a minute. Nope. Okay. Now, we'll get that out the way for a moment. You know what? What is this? Alrighty. Let's start with this part real quick. Alright? Here's your Yavan, male name, location. Now look what this means. Yahweh, meaning mire, mudman. So we know that the Greeks are not white or pale skin. We'll use the word pale skin because that is more it is more obvious. Okay? It is more obvious that they're more of pale skin and not white. White is a state of consciousness. White is a state of frequency. White is not a color of a man. Just like black is not a color of a man. So you notice here, it said mire and mudman. But let's find out what mire is. M-I-R, right? Mire. A stretch of swampy or boggy ground, acres of land that have been reduced to a mire. What is it? Let me see what else it says. Hopefully I can see that. I don't know if I can see that, but I'm just going to read it though. A situation or state of difficulty, distress, or embarrassment from which it is hard to extricate oneself. He has been left to squirm in the mire of new allegations. Get bogged down, sink down, stuck in the what? Mud. Alright? What does mire mean in the Bible? He had cast me into the mire. Was what? He had cast me into the Greeks or Javan. He caused me into the mud man. You got black mud, red mud. Nonetheless, it's mud. Alright? And I am become like dust and ashes. So that means when he went to Javan, right? He had cast me into Javan, into the Greeks, the black Greeks, the mudman, the black history. He cast me into the black culture. Are y'all getting that? He cast me into the black culture, and now I become like dust and ashes in this American society. See what it says? It says that. Mud, muck, mire, mudmen. This black culture will have a man become what? Like dust and ashes. Why? Because it's mud on mud or black on black crime. Source what? Joe. Look at that. We're so crazy. The so-called black man got stripped of everything like who? Joe. That was the job, right? To cast you into what? The mire, into black history, into the darkness, so you become what? Dead in Christ consciousness. Now, Christ means anointed. So, anything can be anointed. So now you're dead to the consciousness of anointing to oneself to the bigger picture, I guess. I don't know. But nonetheless, Mar, Yahweh, Yahweh, for Yonah, Jonah. Okay. Let's go to Bible. Okay, so we know that Yahweh was what? Son of Japheth, who was what? A mud man, which was black. Or what y'all call a black man. So obviously, Noah was a black man. And Eurasia is a what? Let's get it to him. The Mar, who descended people of Eurasia, was the Mar people. The mud men, the sunken ones. Because they was about property. They was materialistic. That's why they became, I believe, green. I'm not sure the title of nations. But Yahweh is the Hebrew and Persian name for Greece. So the mire, the mud man, is from Greece. And his brother is Madai or Medea. Like Medea's on Tyler Perry. Medea, or Funky called Medea or Medina. See where Muslim or Muslim is starting to come in? When they go to Medina or Mecca, or it's still intertwined. You'll find out sooner or later. Together these gave the world of bipolar theology. Now, remember when somebody said about being bipolar? Hold on. Bipolar now. That gives you a different meaning when somebody tell you that you are bipolar. Not she was somebody say, man, you got bipolar. I am bipolar. I got tripolar, quadrupolar, all types of polarities. Because the polar is a polarity. But if I want you to think the opposite, then I have to tell you that being bipolar is a mental disease, and so I'm going to have to use some pharmaceuticals for your disease. I have to use some pharmaceuticals for your disease. So, there's two opposed forces, light and dark, good and evil, are forever locked in the cosmic battle that creates whose universe? Who is our universe? Who is our universe, mud man? This is getting somewhere. This is going to get somewhere. Let's really going to get somewhere. Oh, I got cookies here. I got some cheap cookies. I ain't got no treefers. NASA. Let's get to this one. Our universe, right? Lucifer fell from the stars. NASA is running up into the what? The stars. See, because these are the Maya people. And if you look at this, it says, look at it. Locked in our universe. Watch this. Do not eat from the tree of good and evil. Let's see what Wiki say. The Jew, Greek, right? Christians, Greco-Roman, right? Garden Eden, obviously, with some black folks, because we got this. Now, let's take this and put him to the side of this. Forever locked into the cosmic battle. Set that right there. Look at that for a minute. Just let it sit there for a minute while I try to eat this cookie. Forget everything else they talking about. Do not eat from the tree of light and dark, or good and evil. But the mud man, the black man, are forever locked in what? A cosmic battle. Godless. The God, you must not eat from any tree in the garden. But God said you must not eat from the tree that is in the middle of the garden. You must not touch it, or you will die. So how did the mud man become black? Let's try another one. Etymology of black. To burn, scorch, blaze. You may glow, but nonetheless you're burning. Black drop, flag, panther. I was dribbling off light. We're not reflecting. Dark skinned person again. See, to be black. To be black in 1922 is from the accounting practice according to credits. Remember this number right here. 1922. Put that in your mental Rolodex. Okay, so we got that. Now, try this. What's the relationship between black and death? Okay. Okay, we'll try something else. Is black and death the same thing? Is black and death the same thing?
According to Wikipedia, the National Black Deaf Advocates is the leading advocacy organization for thousands of black, deaf, and hard of hearing people in the United States.
I didn't see metal. I don't understand where this metal's coming from. I didn't ask that. So I wish there's not an answer for that they won't share with me. Is black associated with death?
According to Wikipedia, black is the color of mourning in many European cultures. Black clothing is typically worn at funerals to show mourning for the death of the person.
So if they clothed your mind with being a black African American, right? If the European culture clothed your mind and told you you're black and you're African American, the death of Israel, in America. That's why you get new names. You have the black, but then you get your holy names back. I'm just saying, you got your new names. Who got new names? Other than the cursed one. If you're a black African American, you're cursed. What little bit of light of Israel is over. See, when we call ourselves Israel, we're still at our foot in the Ten Commandments and our foot in the world. But now that you said you're a black African American, you said, fuck the Ten Commandments, we're looking at Jesus, and I'm black and I'm proud. And then you put Jew on that too. Check it out. So black is a symbol of death. So I just want to make sure I found that. So we go back to this. No, not that. This. Now, good and evil, do not eat from the tree of good and evil. Don't eat from it. And you motherfuckers just keep doing it. So we'll keep it like that. Keep it moving. Alright. Etymology. The name Yahweh means mire, which is wet or soft mud. It represents the transition state between water, complete ignorance, and dry land, complete understanding. Not overstanding, but understanding. So we're going with this. What's up, Toyota? So we're going with this. See, when you became Greco-Romans, when you became the black Jews and the black Christian, the black Islam and the black Muslim, you accepted of what? Being wet soft nigger, representing the transitional state between what? Water. Complete ignorance and dry land. Complete understanding. Complete ignorance. And this is what they say what? Greece. And let's get a look at this. So when you say you're going to hella or hell, right? Hell, meaning biblical Greece, hell, let's go to hell. You sent people straight to hell. You want to send people to who? To the Greco or Greek way of life. We gonna show it to you. To profane. Remember that burnt thing? To shine or to glow? That false glow, that false light, that false hope, that falseness in being black. That falseness in being burnt. Yeah, you glowing, yeah, you shining, yeah. But nonetheless, you're dead. You're in a false light. Unknown, but possibly profane or profaners, or better yet, enlightened. The enlighteners, right? So you're being enlightened in hell to what? Profanity. And you have to shine in this type of profanity. Let's get it. The name Hellas in Greek, look at virgin and child. Let's see what that is. To further this famous point to Timothy that all writing is God breathed. Paul quite usefully referred to the quite unbiblical story of Jannes and Jambres. Timothy, whose foolish opposition to Moses serves. So remember, we're getting to this too. Jannes and Jambres about the snake. Check this out. It's not a coincidence that the virgin and child has something to do with Moses and the snake and the magic. Remember the magic? Jannes and Jambres, the magician? Well, let's get that in there real quick. Where's he at? Opposer, the rebel. To be fat, well fed. The contentious or the rebellious. Marduk. Miriam. Mariah. See, these names. But we're going to go backwards. We don't want to go too far ahead. I just want to let you know what the rebel, right? So, Hellas, the shine, the black, the Greeks, right? The black man. Let's see what else. Man's best friend. Look at this. Imagine two guys, Steve, Chicago, and Yasha from Moscow. What's this got to do with anything? Russian alphabet. Critic, the familiar Latin letters in which English is written, but some are Greek. Some are Hebrew and Runic. Alright? What does it have to do with a dog's best friend, though? That's the question. Something about Chicago, why there's so much killing in Chicago. Something about Arizona, why there's so much killing and racism in Arizona. Okay. A dog's sensory array, hearing, smell, touch behind, superior to humans. That means that if Steve from Chicago was actually your bloodhound. I don't get that. I don't understand how a dog even got into this whole thing. I really don't. And Vino Veritas, let me see what that is. Something real quick. So you get some more Greek stuff. Name Hellas coincided with the restoration of the modern humanity following the Camillus Bronze Age, collapsed and nearly ended. Restoration. Greek alphabet. So this is the so-called black man mixing with mankind. Because for some reason it brought dog in. And when I show you the dog gene and the wild men and the Moors Sumeric, the Moors and the wild men, you're gonna be like, oh shit. And then when the Muslims slash Muslims shaved the fur off of them and brought them in the house, they became our friend. People don't believe that there are ape hybrids, dog hybrids, and some other shit that the black man has done and the black woman has done. So this page is not for everybody. And the white man heart turned black. To a black man. You get it? So the dictum or the dictation in Venom Virtues does not mean that the drunk people speak the truth. They don't typically do, you see, but rather that whatever truth might turn out to be exists where people's thoughts exist collectively gravitate towards blah blah. The Greek word for wine is oinos, which is not unlike onoma, meaning word. The Hebrew word for wine is yayan, which is not unlike the name Yahweh and relates to Yonah, dove, hence the name Yonah of the famous missionary to the Assyrians. Ain't no Palestinian going to Assyria. You don't get killed. Not this time. If you're a pale skin, you're going to get killed. You know, if you're a person of color, it's something different. That's why the pale skin hate all dark skinned people. There's nothing to do with racism. Racism didn't come in until mankind wanted to compete with the original man. Look at the words. Original man and mankind. Research it. They're not the same. So when mankind started elevating, they had an explosion on the planet. What the original man didn't expect was the heartlessness of these beasts called mankind. They was not expecting these motherfuckers gangster. They figure, oh, well, he's just some little species, you know. Do we want with them? Won't nothing happen. This is where that story, Dr. Yaku coming at, where he started making his own niggas. Yeah. Where you at right there? They're getting a little low. But that's where Dr. Yaku coming at. Looks like got me all fucked up. But anyway, this ain't no motherfucking news at 9. This is our shit. We rock out how we want to. But I'm mad as hell, man. I can't roll no treefers, man. Alright. Oh shit. I'm gonna drop my glasses. Alright, I'm not gonna fuck some up. That's that. I'm starting to get tired of this. Cause it's gonna be a long ass. It's gonna be a long ass thing, man. Let's switch y'all back over. So now, we know that there's no Pelicans gonna be there. It's just not gonna happen. That's saying it's bad or good. We're just saying it's not gonna happen. So we'll get out of that. Let's get to the back to the history of this thing here. All right, what we got here? What we got? All right, caution. So we got Meyer. We got black. We put the black in there, right? We got the Black Death, because you like black people. We got the mire, because mire means what? You cast me to the mire, I must be dust like ashes. So the black people are like dust and ashes in America, because they left the Most High with leaving the Garden of Eden. They left paradise. Tag. That's what we call this, from paradise to a paradise. That's for tag. That episode 19. But Facebook, whoever else be watching this, so we see that connection. What is your sentence, mud man, black man, right? It says this. Now he says he is mired in debt and unsure what the future holds. Building projects across the country have been mired in delays and cost increases. Some have been mired in controversy in the past. There will be no more mire and muck to sink into. So even that right there, if you put more black and more muck to sink into, or the country have been black, or the people have been black, or the black people have been what? In delays, and their cost has been increasing. When they built their projects across the country, it's been what? Delayed. For some reason, every time the mire or the black Yavan or the black man or the black woman desires materialisms and destroy the planet, God's creation, opposed to wanting to preserve, this is what happens. He's mired in debt. That's the new system, right? Debt. The black man or black woman loves debt. In fact, they have a market strategy that says that, quote unquote, the so-called black woman spends billions of dollars and in debt for hair. If that's not mire, if that's not muck, if that's not sinking into oblivion or into self-worship, I don't know what is. The so-called black man is the biggest debtor in buying cars and jewelry and tennis shoes. The so-called black man and black woman, or the biggest what? Projects in the prison system. And they're sinking, how we know? Because the children are worse today than they were 20 years ago. And we're going to tie this all in with some shit. Remember, I ain't your friend. I ain't your friend. So we're going to get into something real quick. Alright. We're going to go all the way down first. First, we're going to hit you up with this. Bam. Remember this snake, right? The new ager who believes in his... Hold up, put you in here. The new ager who believes in his own divinity and ability to create usurps the authority and position of Yah. He also is still listening to the lie of the devil who spoke to the black woman and said she would be like what? Elohim. or like a god, or like an angel. Not the Most High himself, but like one of them. And if you notice, the serpent is covering her third eye. I just want you to see that. Notice the serpent covering her third eye. And if you look at this triangle, all right, see, she's under a spell. So every time you see Nicki Minaj, one of your favorite European entertainers with snakes on their foreheads, then you understand the subconscious that's activating your subconscious that you don't know nothing about. This is in part of you. This is in your psyche. That's why they flash it so many times on TV, because they're waking up this type of psyche in your genetic code. Get to the meat and potatoes of this. Now, where's it at? Hold on. We're gonna go down to 2011? 1969, nigga. Shit. Alright. Where's it at? I don't know what that is. So we'll show you this. That's Hebrew. That other shit y'all talking about is not Hebrew. That other shit is Yiddish. There's other writings and markers to confirm that. I just want to hit y'all up with that real quick. But we were talking about the prophecies that I was sharing with y'all about who's what. I forgot about that picture. No, this is the events that we went to to either collect some more information. But I'm trying to find. These are the things that we was in California at different rallies. In fact, I want to see if I can give you a small dip. Let me see. Let's see this one. See what it play. With my volume. Whoa, hold up. How come I got no volume? Oh, this is some bullshit. Hold up. Oh, that ain't cool. Oh, this is foul. They won't let y'all hear it, man. I'm trying to get you past it. We was actually on the colleges carrying books, man. You know what I mean? We out there literally on the streets. You know what I mean? We was out there like really putting that work in, man. Reading all these books, man. Like, it was crazy. So we just shared something with y'all real quick. You know what I mean? Notice ain't nobody there. Ain't no bunch of Hebrew Israelites. None of that. You can see the reflection. It's just me by myself. I was doing jurisprudences and other things of that nature. So it was a more Greco-Roman, Greece. Alright? Let's see if they let me play this. Come on, Muslims. So we'll play this one. Just let me play that. Nah. Big ups to email. That's my email. But other movements. Let's see, let me play this one.
This is Black Ink America.
Oh,
We're
shit.
here at this GA.
Oh, shit. What did I just do now?
They don't see that sun up there watching us, bearing witness to the truth. And that little dot to the left or right left from us and right to this thing. So we see all these people who create new democracies. Look at their faces.
That's why I got a double-edged sword out. And so we would just might.
Not a homeboy, not a Serengo, not an Inca, Aztec, not even a true African. Nobody from the hood or ghettos.
None.
They're not even out here.
Nobody.
Who are they really talking to? I think we're talking to themselves. We really do. And so here go the new democracy of destruction, America.
So we just want to put that in with y'all. So we was going for years, man. This is not 2011. They changed it out of dates on them. But we're in Oakland. I think this one's in Oakland too. Let me see if this is Oakland. Yeah, this is Oakland. We just came back from the Black Panther dip. That's the one. We'll get out of that. We show you guys this for a reason, because I'm in the library. I get this scroll book. All right. Then as I'm reading that, I come across certain things. I wish I could spin that bitch. You see. Edit. Enhance, crop. Adjust. Crop. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, we can't. No! No! Leave the fucking alone, that's all. See. Alright. When your tear rises like a storm, your calamity comes on like a whirlwind. Distress and anguish come upon you. Then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will search for me, but they will not find me, because they despise knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, did not desire my counsel, but despised all my discipline. Okay. And that's found in the Qumran caves. Alright? There is some other, let's see, that's 6 minutes. We got here. Is it clear? Damn. Let me see. Hopefully it'll clear up. This is Scrolls Bible. All this is a falsehood, and injustice will be wiped out. But what is true will last forever. The wealth that is from iniquity is like a mighty river, and like a powerful watercourse in a thunderstorm. With its deluged rocks or rolled away, even so it is certainly. Oh, no, I can't see my fucking glasses. So we're reading with my glasses. Deluged rocks, branch come from the violence. When that take root, for a blighted root is on sheer rock, like reeds by the banks of a river, which are dried up before any grass. But kindness, like eternity, will never be cut off, and faithfulness will be established forever. A life of wealth and wages is pleasant, but better than both of these is the one who finds a treasure. children and founding a city establish one's name, but better than both of these is the one who finds wisdom. What is wisdom? Seeking your Father's Spirit and maintaining Mother Earth. That is where you'll get the wisdom. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard or read in a book. Okay. Now, let's get you to some of this. Let's see what it'll play. That's the rap. So when we share with you, say who was on the front line with us. Now we're in front of the jail.
What's up, America? This is Hosea, Black Ink, getting information out to the people about the African Holocaust and about Nimrod, the law of Hammurabi that comes from Africa, as far as, the civilization started. So here we got the buildings over here, where the lawyers and them go at.
Where's y'all at? But
Jail,
this is me with me and the Most High. So saying when I say the Most High is my fly paper, I'm stuck on it. This is before you, Pittsburgh.
And they started making more buildings in the Allegheny County Jail, putting them downtown.
This is before you, Pittsburgh. I just had to put that on freeze. Folks was like, oh, he coming here making videos like he... Nah, I'm not fronting for you niggas. I'm not doing none of that shit for you niggas. I'm doing what's given to me in a vision. And when I was given a scroll to swallow, this is where it led me. In 2000, year 2000 rather. And since the year 2000, I've been on this information rampage. I mean, I went hard on it, man. This is my motivation. When I didn't care about life, my motivation for other shit was the bomb. I had no problem with getting clothes, girls, cars, drugs. Nothing. That wasn't not. Look, I'm not proud of it, but half my family, like your family, are fucking criminals. They just keep it 1,000. Straight up, they keep one funky. So, I'm in front of court, house, in the jail. I just got out this motherfucker for no reason. And I'm administrative custody. Because this is what I do inside the jails and outside the jail.
You get the politicians and people who walk around, and here's the setup right here. But this is the setup. Big game. We got our books, things, big game. Latin America, with Latina mean, where Latin America was made, then we get the maps, of course we got our donation thing, man, it makes you seem like Christopher Columbus. So we went through the whole thing. Because America is a sovereign nation. America is a place for peace and prosperity.
And we just read that. So we interviewed some men. Come called Dr. York. Information. Here's what you need to see. Real shit. This is the picture of the so-called black man and black woman. Or anybody that lives without the Ten Commandments. That's what's going to happen to you. Look at it real closely. I'll show you another one. Two more birds. What's that? Black man, black woman. I'm showing you. Look at it. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me tell you a story about these birds. I know it's a black man and black woman too. Every day, this is San Jose. This is big ass bank window. Big ass bank window. Now, I didn't actually see the bird go flying into the motherfucking shit, but you can imagine. At a certain time of the day, it looks like you can go into the bank. I'm gonna tell you what's happening in real time. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen when you die. Black man, black woman. Y'all seen was there, my man. Y'all seen from Algeria. We made a dance. Going backwards like, motherfucker. I ain't in the rush to run with you niggas. We back up, nigga. We backing up. You motherfucker. You getting the fuck out y'all way. Y'all go ahead and keep running. Anywho. The actual glass has about 9 birds. And I can imagine these niggas all followed each other. They followed this one nigga. Or they followed these 2 niggas. Whatever it is, somebody was following a fucked up leader. Peep gang. Y'all know seagulls are big ass birds. These are not little fucking sparrows and pigeons, niggas. These are seagulls. Something like seagulls and shit. I mean, there's seagulls, but there's other birds. There's like seagulls, and there's crows, big crows too. 3 feet wingspan. No, I'm sorry, 2 feet. But these birds thought that they was flying into the bank, man. You know how a person think they gonna go in the bank and rob somebody and think they gonna get away? Nope. Their life literally got snuffed out. They flew straight into the fucking mirror. Had their energy, their whole existence was boom, going in here and look at their desire. Black man and black woman, you better look at this very clearly. What you about to run into? Huh? I'm very animate about this. People. You can't come in, God said. With that black shit. You can't come in. You're not welcome. I don't care how hard you fly, I don't care how hard you pray. You got to be clear about something. That's why we call it clear image. You understand? The glass house. If you ain't clear on some shit, you can't get to the glass house. And this is a prime example. That's why I tell people I live in a glass house. So, and this is what happens when you peek in motherfuckers' windows in a glass house. Look at that real closely. Somebody needed this. You see if I can see that. Somebody needed that. See that bird stuck in the window? That's his motherfucking soul. That's his essence right there. See, look, you see the deep, look, you see the bone. You see the lifeblood radiating off the fucking glass. That's what's called a ghost figure. He's a ghost. That's where you go on, black man and black woman. You can't get past and you don't see it. You don't see it. All you see is the bank. This is a bank. See? Little bird. He tried to hold it. Oh, hold up, nigga, hold up. It was too late. Pow! Oh, y'all run after that money, huh? Bird, man. See what happened to those chickens? Look at that chicken. Look at a big picture of that chicken. Here we go, chicken. Hold on, chicken. Hold on, chicken. Yeah. Hey, bird man. Hey, bird man. Yeah. Going to the bank, right? Slinging them birds. Uh-huh. Here's your fate. Going to the bank, bird man. Everybody putting money in the bank and not that mercy. Here's your fate. I'm talking about, can't say nobody told you. Hey, can't say nobody told you. That's your fate. Running to the bank, bird man. Everybody on tag with the nice little funny blue lights and shit. They had their whole room with the sexy lights and shit. The titties pumped up. You all blue. What the fuck is blue? You all green. What the fuck is that? Oh, you need to give me some gifts. You can't be talking to me. You's a broke nigga. You should be paying to look at me. I bought me some new lipstick. Got me some new hair and shit. You should be paying me for looking like this. I paid this money to look like this, so you should be paying me to look at me. Motherfucker ain't past first grade. Get back to this. Let's travel. More politics. Politics. More politics. We out here doing our thing. We out here to meetings. Good. Meetings good. Let me see what else we're doing here. We'll need that. Let's see what we did here.
Good morning, faithful brothers and sisters. How you doing, sir? I How you doing? This is San Jose Occupy, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, World, how you doing?
How you doing, Will? It's a beautiful day, man. What did you do? No, you better make that the street down, man. Yeah, you ain't get floored by the car. So we're just doing an update from Black Ink. After the day after the Oakland movement, we've heard that they've been start busting bank windows and getting violent and things like that. We don't support that, do we?
Hell no. Hell
We
no.
don't do that, do we?
Non-violence.
Non-violence.
Violence changes problems. Non-violence solves them.
Exactly. So we're going to practice non-violence, brother. So let's move it, right? Good morning, sir. All right, good morning, young lady. What's the smile, boys? What's the good news with the smile? Let's go for the camera. What's the good news for the camera? Where you at? I can't see you. What's the good news? No good news. Oh, no good news is bad news. Not yet. Okay, at least we got her to smile. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, who was that? Yeah, who were?
I'm gonna share that with y'all. So this is where the spirit took us, man. Like, it was crazy. We're in City Hall arguing some shit, right? Let's see where she at. Oh, Minister Barry Hughes, I know I got some footage. Oh, I know I got some footage. I want to introduce you to one of my mentors. Hope this picture coming clear. My papa, who gave me the book, The Holy Tablets by Dr. Malachi York. I met him from Imam Bilal from Nation of Islam. We went through this function called the Pisces Project for Oakland. Small gathering, but it wasn't for everybody though. And they introduced me to this guy, Mr. Barry Yusuf, my papa, man. Pray that you're alright. I always want to film and see this video. So, he was the minister for the House of Sankofa. These are scholars. These aren't fuck niggas, family. These are renowned scholars in their field. These are not newbies or newborns in this shit. You see, I'm in City Hall. We're fighting for the disability rights. And so people don't know me. This is the House of Sankofa. Here, no, it's just one of the classrooms. Who would have thought something this chocolate would come out of something this light skin? I'm indigenous to this motherfucking country. What we got? '82 Keystone State champions. That's me. So, it gives us information, so we did a little research. funny about this, I'm getting low. I guess so. I'm gonna be sideways for a minute, so you might have to break your neck. You know what I mean? You're gonna break your neck for a minute, so gotta get you in there. Gotta keep you charged up, rather. I might better do it like this, machine. This might work. Oh shit, hold on. Gotta get y'all in here, man. Alright. Oh, okay, we in there. Y'all in there. I had to fix the other phone real quick. Now, this led me to some other travels. So I started breaking these things down as I'm getting the information. Slot by slot by slot. I dug into every single knick-knack, paddywhack, all the way up to the end. The sigils, see the pictures? These sigils. There was a common artist or artisan about this. And these Mason symbols or Ison symbols are just going to make sense, man. Edit. Crop. Save copy. Now, this map I'm not going to stay on it, but this was part of the connection of some stuff as well, because it has some type of three-river action going on. The Red Sea, Suez, and the Gulf of Massa. They blocked these rivers. They filled these rivers up, blocked them, and created a new landmass. So we could never find our way home. They rearranged the landscape. Now, we're going to talk about the Masons and stuff is because you see the cyber sword. In fact, got one downstairs. You see the crescent moon. And you see the star. What you don't see is what part of the sun is shining on the moon to get this effect. Where's the sun at? That is the magic in it. Where's the sun coming from? Is it the sun coming from down? Or the sun coming from top? Southern Plateau Convention Center, 649 Kelly Street, Homewood. Daughter Dolores Walls and daughter Lucille Stokely, which is my grandmother. Alright, they're in the Sahara Court number 1. Daughters of the Sphinx, honoring past matrions. So Sahara Court number 1. Okay? This is my blood grandmother. Alright? And when I tell y'all Homewood, right, and its politics, when I tell y'all Homewood named me the Black Panthers from Homewood named me Omar. So when I mention Black Panthers, Masons, then you understand. And I mention Africa or Sphinx and these other things, then you see why by looking at this. Show something else with you. Alright. So Sahara, Holocaust, African, so we see the connection. Now, what y'all don't want to admit, for the Dogon tribe, is that they had sexual lizards. There's the statues. Nobody wants to talk about that. That the Dogons were part reptilian because not because they were smart, not because they came from the sky. It's because they were dejected from God, and so they had sex with animals. And some of you may be butthurt about it, but so what? There's icons, there's stuff. You see the statues. That's all I'm gonna say is that. And that's what got Dr. Malachi York set up. And so we know, because we know that babies are born with their tails that fall off. Thank you, Dr. Malachi York and the Wapian family for your research as well. Because these are just confirmations I'm sharing with you. Alright? And it's not ironic that this same thing, let me fix this. In his book, right? we're just going through some stuff to validate our travels just recently. Because I think some things are coming to a head, and now that things has been manifested, I can finally relax and stop wasting time researching. Remember that star that my grandmother's in? Let me show you again. That there right? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's my grandmother. What was the odds of them doing the exact same thing? The ancient Arabic order of nobles of the mystic shrine was instituted by Muhammadan Caliph Ali, whose name be praised. This caliph is not to be mistaken with the real Amir al-Mayyan ibn Abu Talib, husband of the daughter of the Prophet Muhammad, Hadrat Fatima, Amir al-Mu'minin. Ali ibn Abu Talib was he who carried the real seal of the real Prophet Mustafa Muhammad al-Amin, which was the six-pointed star and upright crescent as seen in the ancient banner ahead. So, my grandmother, who was an ancient so what I tell you, I'm a Hebrew Muslim, and I accepted being a northern conductor of the Nation of Islam. This is now I know why I had no problem doing it. I'm just sharing with y'all, man. I had no clue. So I watched. program, man. This morning. That's in the morning. I'm looking at it. It's the 8th century Roman Jewish relics. And I'm looking at this, I said, this can't not be real. I just couldn't be real. Cousin Pam, we're talking about the African or the Hamite or the Albions. See, motherfuckers can't tell me what I don't know. It's in my blood, all right. We're talking about this thing humbly. We're not saying anything. We're talking about confirmations. When I see the past and today's life. Look at you, cousin. And so I get to Pittsburgh and stuff like this starts to happen. See that? This right here freaked me out. Freaked me out, man. Had her protected, and the devil, the demons, snuffed her right from under us. By her choice, though. I'm in an airplane on my way to you guys. Coming from getting this gift. Getting this gift. Yeah, see this camera, that's a camera flash. But that's something different. Then they came together. A third eye. And saber, right? Freaking me out. I'm freaked out now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All I know is something told me to take a picture in the mirror. And I'm like, alright. I'm like, alright, fuck it. I'll take a picture in the mirror. So I started getting these. So I asked you guys, is this shit fake? Nobody would answer. So it sent me to more investigation. A little further. There we go again. See it? Right there. There we go right there again. I start getting more of them. Only had one flash camera. So we start searching again. But it kept showing up. That right there. That's that right there. I don't know what that is. I've been trying to find out what's that. I've seen that already. So that's significant. That's significant. That's significant. Significant. Alright, now this is when it started getting bigger. Right there. Usual camera flash, but right there. But it started back here. 1, 2. So the camera flash is right there. And if it ain't, what's that? If that's camera flash, then who the fuck is that? Now, I'm thinking if I had 2 reflectors right here. Alright. Because if my sight serves me correct, there's the bike right here and the reflection. And it looks like I had 1 reflector or 2 reflectors. I'm not me, because I'm subject to have that. But it doesn't justify this. Because that was a smudge. It would be here, over there. But it doesn't justify the blue, the green, and that right there. We're going to speed this. There might be a part 2. What freaked us out. Now, if you see the smudge, that's a smudge. That's a smudge. What freaked us out was the fact that the light, the smudge stops here. It reflects a smudge here, because that smudge is here, the smudge is there. But that light is still, that's where I got my eye fucked up at too. I'm thinking about it. This is not about me. We're going through. I'm gonna show y'all something. And this is, we got this. See what I'm talking about? See, this is a different mirror. No smudge. See the smudge? There's no smudge. So this same stream of light, the exact same stream of light that I thought was a smudge in another place, because this is a wholly different mirror. Different place, different time. Now, let's fast forward this. I come across these brothers. No, they see the 6-point star with the crescent. But one got 5 point. What are they saying? The Jew mix up, the Jew something. I don't know. Alright. So there are travels. And this is what I got from my grandma. Alright. I just want to share this with y'all. Sarah Court number 1, Daughters of the Sphinx. Lucille Stokely. She has the 5-pointed star and the Galvin. This is all going to make sense pretty soon, folks. Something I want to share with y'all. This video I want to share with you. I want y'all to hear this. I don't know if this is it or not. What happened to my volume? Oh, they're killing me. Oh, they're killing me, man. No wonder I ain't been getting the views and the shit we supposed to get.
The Word of God is and what it does. And when you hear it, and when you can feel its vibration and its power, and then when you know anything if I already knew it. That's from my, I was able to put that in the words from Amen, never believe.
Oh, that's fucked up. Fuck it. Wow. Wow. Alright, we'll just keep rolling. Alright. Share some my elder who the minister. Sit there and talk.
That the whole paradigm has been changed. Wealth means something else. You see, whatever you make, and this is why we so crazy on that the material acquisitions, you know, because that's what they say success is. But if you go back and when you seen the Moors bringing civilization to Spain, it was totally something else. And that something else was our affinity to the love of books.
Right.
And that whole paradigm has been changed.
You already said, when the more civilized them things, right? Let's see, say on this one. I forgot about this one too.
The house of Sankofa chose us. I think we chose the house of Sankofa. The house of Sankofa chose us. Because see, that's that mystical, spiritual bird out of West Africa. And if you get a look at what they call the Sankofa bird, you will see the bird is this way with its neck turned, looking backwards. And that just to be a reminder to you and I that we're never to forget where we come.
From. Never forget where we come from. Alright. I'm try to share one more with you guys before we speed on. Cause we want to give you the history of what, and for this, you'll see the airplane window, and I'm watching these orbs through my whole flight. See, I'll be watching folks like, you ever seen orbs? You ever seen spaceships? And you ever did this? I'll be like, yeah, I got the actual footage of shit that, and nobody calls and say, hey, let us see your shit. I don't understand why, but you know, it's cool. Let's get down to some college scholarship. Alright, we did the Bible Dictionary, did that. Alright, we call it money. Now we get to the gory pictures of what they're doing around the country. And so this is the travel we were sent on. We got that. What's that about? Is that the vision? No, it's not the vision. I'm trying to find this one thing. Is that it? No. There's something I'm trying to find, and I can't find it doing anything other than alright. Okay. No. It has nothing to do with it. Let's stay focused. We're here with another teacher of ours, another mentor. That he share my Imam Ibn Muhammad from the Nation of Islam.
You will discover soul to soul, brother, heart to heart, Any way you slice it, we are of the resurrection, the truth, the light. The time is now. There's no better time than now.
Right.
And if you want to know where the best place is, there's no better place than here. Right here. Right now. We don't do anything in the future. We don't do anything in the past. We don't do anything except what we know. So our hadith is what? We only know
What we can do.
what we can do. We never learned anything we already knew. So we are open virgins for life. You know, that which is old is always jealous of that which is new. So our final examination was before Allah. It was called for some the night of power, night of government. The sun would rise every morning from the east. And then it would set every night in the west. But when it be setting, it would be making sajda. Chinese call it kowtow with the head to the floor. And it would ask Allah for permission to rise up the next day. Allah would grant it. So for millions, billion years, the sun bowed down in the west at night, rise back up in the east in the morning. Until finally, as was prophesied, there would come a time when what would happen? When the sun would go down in the west like normal and say, "Oh Allah, grant me permission to rise again the next day," as usual. And there was no response. The sun would be down for a while, maybe 24 hours, and said, "Allah, please grant me permission to rise again," as usual.
Yes.
And there was no response. And then the sun said, "Man, it's 3 days. Oh, Allah, grant me permission to rise." And Allah said, "Permission is granted. But this time, son, you shall rise from the spot that you set. You're no longer rising from the east. You're now rising from the west. Into the days of Allah. Ayyamu wa. So, we should work cheerfully, knowing that our time has come. And that we have been given an insurance, what do you call it? A
Promise. Insurance
call
promise.
it insurance policy. An insurance promise that you are the descendants of Abraham. And that after 400 years of slavery and stuff like that, Allah would raise you up and out of this mess and put you on top of civilization. And if that's not enough, he backed it up with what? With a thing by Hajar, whom you call Hagar, Hajar, and he told Hajar, your son, because of what you had to go through in Mecca, out here in the desert and hardships, you will be blessed through your son, whom the Christians call Ishmael, whose proper name is Ismail, the one who hears the word of Allah. Your son, from the seed of your son will come a great and mighty nation. So you got backup. Abraham, backup.
Yeah.
Hagar, backup. And then Prophet Muhammad said, and this is the final cap.
Uh-huh.
Prophet Muhammad said, there's going to come a time when Islam is going to be so big and powerful in people until it be like what you would call today 1 billion strong. He said that when this time comes, you will have 72 major big-time groups. They've been around for a long time. They are all on be just like Islam renewed itself in Mecca. When it renewed itself in Mecca, people said, Muhammad, this is a very strange thing. He said, and when it renewed itself in the West, the people would say, Islam renewed? It's a strange thing. You guys are strange. You 73rd group, you weirdo. The word in Arabic is weirdo. He said, celebrate and give great news and glad tidings to the weird ones.
We're going to stop it right there. Do part 2. Went on for 2 hours. Take a break, Facebook. Leave you with this picture. This is it. Let's go with this real quick. Bar, not Ben, son of, and Aramaic, not Hebrew, not Yiddish. It's Aramaic. So Bar Jesus had a son. Bar Abba means son of the father. So you got Bar Abis means son of the father. You got Bar Jesus, son of Jesus. Alright. And in Galilee, they spoke Aramaic. So it ain't Yahweh bin Yahweh. It ain't Judah bin Judah. It's none of that. It's not Arabic. I mean Aramaic. Alright. So right there, we're going to take a break and do part 2 of this video. Went in a pair of dice. Part 2 coming up. I don't know if there's any views over here yet. Nope. No viewers. Nobody even viewed it yet. Wow. That's how it'll be recorded. But we're going to do part 2. Take a break. We'll probably finish it later on. Thank you for joining us. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for letting us share this first portion. We ask that you let it marinate. Hope folks will see it and be prepared for part 2. The confirmation of what I've been doing from birth up until now, and just sharing it with you guys. That thank you for calling me weird. I am weirdo. This is a weird thing. It's very weird, and I'm admitting that to y'all. I.e., I live in a glass house because this shit's weird as hell. Am I part of the 73rd? There's some of us that are part of the 73rd. I don't know, but this sure seems like there's some things being confirmed. There's some confirmations, man. And I'm flabbergasted. I'm so flabbergasted. Let me see, what's this? Screen mirroring. Let me see if I can turn the screen mirroring off. But I can't turn it off without fucking shit up. Screen mirroring, I can't cut it off. Wish there was a way to cut the screen mirroring off. Would be nice. Let me see. Cut screen mirroring off. Screen mirroring off. can't take it off. There used to be a button. You'd be like, okay, screen mirroring off. Yeah. All right, thank you. What's this? All right, folks. Well, till next time, I'll see y'all later. Oh, only before we ask to say thank you. We ask that you guide us and protect us and let this sink in for a minute and prepare our minds for part 2. And may you be glorified in all things. By the power of the Spirit I come, and to the power before me and after me, I say thank you. Oh, let me drop this on y'all too, to keep y'all interested. Calidus, another ancient Jewish colony in America. We're going to get into, before we leave out, we'll prepare you for this book here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is you at? Where is you at? I forgot to put that up. I forgot to put this up for you. This will make it all make sense. Get started. Ready to read, go to the library. Wait. All right. This book here. All right. 5 books of Maccabees. Dismiss. And it tells, oh, I can't make it bigger. What's this? Add a note? No. Alright. Y'all can't see it? But it tells, that's book 4. No, we don't want book 4. Let's get out of that. But, no, we don't get out of that, but. Here we go. Alright. This is book 2. Let me see what this one is. They lay in ambush and made a slaughter of them in such sort they fell down dead, ramified. Alright, Jonathan Stretch, then Jonathan, Jordan, Repair, Bachit, Emis, Themanantha, Parathoni, Typhon. Let me see where it's at. I'm trying to find this particular word so we can go ahead and. This is the book of Maccabees, the 2nd book. Alright, so I want you to see the historical value in it. Now it says, in the 106th year of Alexander, the son of Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes. So this is an actual historical document of this right here. Alright? Matter of fact, let me see if I can put this side by side. Alright? This is the same people the Roman Jewish colony. These are what we call the modern people, the modern weird ones. And we're fighting this Antiochus, Greco thing. It's always been a war between the mud people, the mire. Remember? Hold on. what's that at? The Mire people, the Greeks. And it says, I first set liberty every one of the Jews who carried captives out of the land of Judah. See, these Jews who was carried out of Judah were not Hebrews. They were Roman, Greco-Roman Jews who had what? A colony in Judah. And they created a Judaism. How we know? Because in this book, confirms it. Because wherefore the great good, God smote him with ulcers, which attacked the whole of his body, but even did not desist nor refrain from his journey. All right, it goes to somebody getting... So Josephus and Polytheus, the Greek brethren, considered it a just something. So something happened over here. Let me slide this over. Where it says, truly on have oppressed the people and have both acted and decreed tyrannically against them. Forgive, I pray thee, O God, this my error, and wipe out my sin, and bestow on my health. And my care shall be to fill the treasure of the house with gold and silver, and to strew the floor of the house of the sanctuary with purple vestments. So something's going on here. We know Gorgias is real. We know have the dude Judas, when Judas had put flight to Ptolemy. Now what would make, now why didn't it say J-E-W? Oops, my fault. Why didn't it say when the Jew had put the flight, but it says Judas? Did Judas portray Jesus? He damn sure did, because he wasn't real. And they put a spell on his ass and caused him to hang himself. Because there is magic that way. Remember Bar Jesus, Bar Simon, Bar Jesus, the magician. So if Bar Jesus means Elisimus or Emilius, who was a magician, and Jesus had what? Magi, magicians come see him as a baby, and the star came from out the sky that fallen, like from paradise to a pair of dice. That should all make sense. So this is in the book of Maccabees. Let me see if I get this push up. Right here. The Greek text of Eliezer's prayer, or chronicle time. Let's see if we can find that. Boom. Gets no better than that. Here's the history. Let's debate. And we're going to close out with this. You have something to think about real quick. You have something to think about real quick. Alright, so we went that far. Let's go back up here. Here you go. This is them. You're black. There you go. Right there. This is them. That's who these people are. Alright? These are who is why you're called black and African American. This social group here. These Jewish, Christians, Kabbalists, magicians. That's why if you don't have a doctor's degree, if you don't go to them, you're nothing in this world. In their world, you're nothing. And you'll be always less than who you are. See, because they trade in the word Judah. They trade in the word Hebrew for what? Christianity, Jewish, and Kabbalist. We just showed you the book of Maccabees. We just showed you the book of Maccabees. Have a good day, y'all. Peace. Oh my goodness, I can't come out of that. What just happened? Alright, I'll close that. Now I can't close. Oh, there it go. Still no viewers. That's all right, y'all catch you later. See y'all in a couple of hours for part 2. Peace.